carried off in a police car.
Oh boy, let me bring back in law enforcement expert Sonny Slaughter and also welcome into the conversation another great guest, retired police commander and the host of the Profiling Evil podcast, Mike King, is joining us from Salt Lake City, Utah. Good morning, Commander. All right, I got some more clips for you both to analyze. Let's take a listen. Fast forwarding from, we were just in February, let's go to April with Lindsay's 911 call asking for some help to get her kids back, who then were at her in-laws' house.
Okay, now on.
Hey, this is Lindsay Shiver. I'm in the middle. I just got off the phone with my divorce attorney. I'm in the middle of a divorce right now, and my kids are being withheld from me. So they're going to my mother-in-law's house, who has zero rights. So I was hoping that I could have assistance at her house when I pull up to get my kids.
Okay. Want some help with the kids. Commander King, let me start with you, please. What do you think when you hear a call like this one coming into 911 for help with a child custody exchange?
So it sounds pretty normal to those kinds of really sad and dysfunctional situations. I mean, this idea of her calling to keep the peace is a smart call to make, and one that law enforcement, while they're running like crazy, really do not mind doing, because it is really about keeping this as minimal for children as possible. I guess the thing that I'm concerned about, Julie, is I've watched these exchanges and calls, is that the kids are kind of used as a pawn, but I really wonder how much they really are thought of. It's more about, hey, look how this is impacting me than how this might be impacting my children.
Oh, I love that point, Commander. Thank you for that. You're right. Yeah, these two adults aren't acting very adult, are they, with some of the behavior? I've got another clip. So this is the same day, April 30th, but this is from Robert Shiver's point of view. He makes a 911 call to that day. Sonny, I'll come to you on the other side.
My wife and I are going through a divorce, and I've been gone all weekend, and she just threatened myself and my mother to bring the kids back, and her mom is saying to take her to the ER or check her into some mental some institution, because we think she's having kind of a midlife crisis mental breakdown, so it's super unstable. And she just followed my parents when they left the house trying to find the kids, and deputies were called, but since we live in the city, they said we need to call Thomasville City instead of the county.
Okay. Did your parents have the children with them?
No, the kids are with me.
He sounds calm too, doesn't he? Sonny Slaughter, what do you think when you listen to him?
I think, well, he has the children with him, so he needs to be calm. And when he is acting, asking for assistance, one of my concerns with domestic violence cases has always been that men are not believed when they are the proposed victims of violence. They don't tend to be believed by almost anyone in the same way that women are believed. He is being calm, but he is being straightforward. And I have yet to hear that there is a custody issue actually with documentation. Who has the physical custody of the children? What does the documentation look like? They're calling law enforcement, but this is still concerning, always, this particular case for me.
Definitely, and that's a great point to make. Thank you for that, Sonny, because we know that while women are most often the victims of domestic violence, the statistics tell us that men are victims as well. And you're right, everyone deserves to be believed. And this might have been the case here. Who knows what happened behind the closed doors of that big, beautiful house, or in their home in the Bahamas? Who knows? Only those two know. But we know the in-laws can also offer some insight, right? So this next clip I've got for you, and Commander, I'm going to come to you on the other side of this one. This is Robin Shiver. She is Robert's mother, and she's on police body camera footage saying that Lindsay is delusional. Take a look.
She's delusional. And you know that. And her mom and husband, myself, we're all like, you've got to go get some help. you've got to go get some help. You're mental. And she denies it. And then she left the kids this week and went down to the Bahamas. She could have gotten hold of some drugs down there that everybody thinks she's definitely on, but we can't prove it unless we get a hair sample. So if we could get a hair sample and y'all send it off, or if she could get checked out by a doctor right now, they might can find out more that she's been doing these last 4 days in the Bahamas by herself.
Oh my. Okay, same day again, Commander King. We're still on this April 30th date. So we've got the dueling 911 calls from Robert and Lindsay, and then we have Robert's mom weighing in. What do you think of this, Commander?
This one has really intrigued me from a couple of points of view. First is the fact that it looks like all of the family is aligned. Now, we haven't heard from Lindsay's mother or father to really say, yes, I said those things. But we've got multiple counts where she's been presented as saying, family members on Lindsay's side saying, hey, we're concerned, get her checked into a hospital. We're concerned that she might have some mental health issues. And I don't think there's a play here for law enforcement necessarily to do a commitment of any kind, but I see a whole lot of stage setting that this is an unstable environment. And it makes me always, because I've got that critical eye, Julie, it makes me always kind of think, now, are they setting the stage to say, hey, this is a better environment for these children than an alternate environment with their mother? Again, I don't know, but it looks like everyone, including her camp, is saying, hey, we're concerned about her mental health.
Right, Commander, and appreciate that. You know, of course, as a member of law enforcement, you know, you're going to be suspicious of everybody, right? It's just your job. You have to take it all in with a grain of salt, and so certainly, of course, his parents, you know, they're going to be biased. Everybody's parents are, right? You know, you love your kids, no doubt. She loves those grandkids, but it does help provide us some context. This is a weird one. This case, we're going to continue following it as she's still got these attempted homicide charges pending in the Bahamas with her two alleged co-conspirators, the alleged lover and the aspiring music producer and rapper who's said to be the alleged hitman. We'll let you know next time these guys are in court. For now, we'll leave it there on the Shivers because we've got to get to another big case, folks. When we come back, we're going to South Carolina. Going to talk about mother Rita Pangalangan, convicted of murder on Friday. Look at her reaction here. We're going to recap that dramatic moment together and listen to what she told the judge after the verdict. Don't go away.
Tonight on Court TV.
These are the big cases that everyone is talking about.
A lot of new developments taking place.
Shocking.
I know who killed John Bonet.
To say the least.
You cannot make this stuff up.
It's unreal. The scene of the double murders is behind us right here. Things are happening. The investigation is continuing.
Closing arguments with Vinnie Politan. Tonight at 8, 7 Central. Only on Court TV.
We, the jury, in the above caption, on the charge of murder of Christina Ann Pangalangan, find the defendant guilty. Oh my God! Oh my God! We, the jury, in the above captioned case, on the charge of great bodily injury of a child, we find the defendant guilty. Oh my God!
That was Rita Pangalangan's emotional reaction to learning her guilty verdict. And we watch this moment play out live together Friday evening here on Court TV. That South Carolina jury convicting her and her boyfriend, Larry King, of the murder of Rita's 13-year-old daughter, Christina Pangalangan. Now, soon after the verdict was read, the Honorable Clifton Newman sentenced her to 37 years behind bars for her crimes. Now, she received sentences on the murder count and also for the great bodily harm count, but they're running together at the same time. So she's looking at least 37 for her conduct before she's eligible for parole. And she addressed the court ahead of learning her fate, and she pointed to neglect, not murder. Take a look.
What happened that day was the most tragic mistake of my life. It's the worst day of my life. I was negligent. I told my attorney, well, I heard him almost a year ago. that a negligent homicide was one of the charges. I would have pleaded guilty, took everything myself, and we wouldn't have been here today. Because I was. When I put my baby, or I literally put that baby in that car, the air conditioner was on, whatever, it was on. When I checked her at 12:30, I just remember the teacher message what about she was taking a nap, checked on her to school. I should have come back out there and checked on her. I should have busted out that window when the car was locked. I would have done it for that. I should have busted out that window. I should have got my baby out there. But it was not in the kitchen. And I will live with that for the rest of my life. Nobody loves Christina more than I do.
And that's what the judge told her. She's going to have to live with what she did for the rest of her life. Let me bring in my guests, Sonny Slaughter, Mike King, on the program today. I want to get your reactions to how she reacted to learning she was convicted. Sonny, let me begin with you, please.
She deserves everything that she is getting and then some. The fact that she is emotional now is irrelevant because she left her child, her baby, in a car for hours in the scorching heat. I feel no sympathy, no emotion for her. She knew exactly what she was doing. She never cared about this child. She never cared about what she could possibly be going through. I don't care that the air conditioner reportedly was on. You just don't do that. I am a mom. This is outrageous. And she will spend every day living in regret, like Judge Newman said.
That's the truth, Sonny. Thank you. Mike King, what did you think when you saw her looking so stunned there at the verdict?
Yeah, well, I guess it's the differences in personalities, Julie, but I always plan on the worst and hope for the best. So I don't know that I could have been surprised by that verdict if I were her, and then to act that way just really seemed odd to me. I mean, this is really something that is about consequence of decisions. And she might have been a good mom at some point, but at that particular time, I think the state just pounded home the fact it wasn't just reckless disregard. There was no regard for this child. And it is just something that makes you so angry inside to think that this poor little defenseless child had to sit there for 5.5 hours and endure not only the heat, but that process of dying. And we didn't get to see the images that were shown in court. I'm grateful for that. I've seen those kinds of images before. That the people in that courtroom, the court officers, will never forget what was placed in their minds as a result of this crime. And like the judge said, she's going to have to reflect on that for a long, long time.
You're right, Commander. It's hard to get images of hurt or deceased children out of your mind. We've all been there in the courtroom. You see them when you see a dead baby or a dead child. I mean, it's just, it's like no other kind of evidence you can see. It stays with you. It turns your stomach. It breaks your heart. And I just couldn't believe when I looked at her. I'm thinking, you're surprised, lady? You're surprised at this? Like, after all the evidence that we all saw? I mean, it just shows me she's in denial. I think she is living on another planet. Going to trial, first of all, with, no defense, and then just looking like she was stunned and amazed. Come on, get out of here. I've got another clip. We've got time for this one. This was where she tells the court that she was drugged on the day in question. Get that. So again, deflecting, not taking responsibility. Let's watch.
I've always been anti-drugs.
Pardon?
I divorced my first husband because he was an addict. I do not do drugs. I never did drugs. It was in my brain that weekend, and I had told my lawyer that several times, but I don't do drugs.
Commander King, do you believe her?
You know what? I mean, I kind of said it before. Consequence of decision. And I'll tell you, I can't think of how many moms and dads I talked to when their kids got involved in narcotic abuse or something else that said, this isn't the same person. Well, it isn't the same person, but you're still responsible for the actions.
Amen. That is so true. Commander King, we have to say goodbye to you. We loved having you on the program this morning. And be sure to check out the Commander's podcast, Profiling Evil. You will love it. Give it a listen. We'll see you back here soon, Commander. And Sunny Slaughter, thank you for being able to stay with us as we roll on in to our 9 a.m. hour of Court TV Live. We're going to go together to Kentucky and get you caught up on